for with each game?
Most definitely. Each game I go out there and I focus on getting better on a certain thing. And this past week, I believe I really accomplished my goal of going into it was not having many mental errors that I did the week before, and making sure on film that I'm always looking where my eyes need to be, and making sure that my reads were correct.
Game slowing down for you a little bit?
It is a little bit, and that's good because as the game slows down a little bit for me, the teams we play will be getting faster. So that's going to be crucial for later on in the season.
Matt, you've taken some pretty big hits over the last couple of weeks. How critical is this extra day of rest for you?
I think everyone on our team really needs that extra day of rest. If any team in the country needs an extra day to get healthy, it's us, because that's how thin we are. And we have a lot of young guys that aren't really used to putting this much strain on their bodies. They definitely weren't doing as much work as they are now that they did in high school. So, it's good that we finally got this little rest. But even though I have this day off, I still got a full day of things to do, and I got to study for a lot of tests and all that. So I'm getting a good workout in the brain. So it's tough.
How's the physical toll been different than a year ago? You talked a lot about the difference between junior college and this level.
Well, they're bigger at this level, so definitely the hits are a little bit harder. So it's tough at times, but that's what comes with playing quarterback. You gotta take the hits, and you gotta actually know how to take a hit properly. I know it sounds weird, but I really think I've kind of mastered how to take a sack and just protect my body, protect the football, as crazy as that sounds. But it's something that's going to happen each and every game, and you just got to continue to fight through it and stay healthy.
Matt, you said you don't want this offense to be fixed around one player, but there's a possibility of getting Gerald back this week. How much of an asset could he be against LSU?
It's really great just to have him back in the huddle and have that other leader in the huddle. Gerald is a tremendous player. I'll be happy to get him back out there because I know I can depend on him on each and every down. And he's one of those guys. He knows exactly what to do, and he kind of sees things the exact same way that I see things on the field. So I look forward to kind of reuniting that chemistry.
Mentally, Matt, what goes into being able to stand in there and take a hit in the pocket?
Mentally, there's not really much going on besides there's a huge 290-pound guy coming at you. Just protect yourself and don't fumble. So, it's part of the game, and when it happens, I don't get mad at the O-line or anything like that. They're playing as hard as they possibly can, and for a lot of young guys up there, they're doing a really good job. And each week they've gotten better, and each week our opponents are going to continue to get better, and we just need to continue to learn from our mistakes and focus on that, and we can really have a good season here if we bear down and focus on the details and really buy into what the coaches are coaching us.
You were taking 11, I guess it's 11 in 2 weeks, 6 and 5. Ever been sacked that many times?
I don't know. Maybe in high school, because I got lit up a few times in high school back when I was playing, like Brian Cushing at Bergen Catholic and all those guys. They had some big guys on that team, and I was only about like 170. So I wasn't exactly the biggest guy in the field. Now I'm a little bit bigger, so I can take a few more hits.
Matt, where are you guys after a third of the way through the season? Where are you guys offensively? Are you better than you thought? Where have you improved? Where would you put this offense for game to?
Just average, to be honest. As a quarterback, my thought process on every drive is score a touchdown, and definitely at least get a field goal. But to stall out some of the times that we did this past week was a little disappointing. Hurting ourselves on third and short situations that we've been really fighting to get into, and then having a crucial penalty that sets us back even more. You know, we're close, but each week it's just about fine-tuning those details and details of assignment and making sure that we're not leaving any stone unturned and really just bearing down, which is tough for a lot of guys that are young, especially with me, and I'm a young quarterback still. But we just need to fight through this, and we just need to make more plays.
You mentioned the third down, the third and short penalties. What else is contributing to the difficulty in converting third down?
Well, the penalties are crucial in that situation. You can't do that, and you know, maybe if we get in some third down situations where we aren't third and a mile, we can convert a few more. But that's all about just focusing on first and second down and winning that battle. And we did do better at times in the game, and then we kind of hurt ourselves again with penalties. So there's definitely room for improvement there.
You
How do
haven't
match
played
for
a
the
lot.
art?
Go ahead, James.
How do you master the art of taking the sack?
Really, most people think that you try and tense up and kind of ball up in a muscle, but really you just kind of relax and let your body go, really, to be honest, and not try and brace yourself by putting your hand out or you know, bracing the fall. You know, it's kind of one of those things, you just got to go with it because you know what's going to happen, and you can't really fight against it. So the biggest thing is just not fighting it.
Is that advice from your dad?
That's just something I've learned from getting hit a lot. So I guess Big Phil learned it back in his day because he took a few hits here and there. But that's just something that I learned kind of in high school and in junior college.
You haven't played in a lot of other stadiums. Is there an excitement about going down to LSU, a fear?
I was actually just looking at the media guide and just imagining what it would be like to run on that field. And I'm super excited to go there and play. I love our stadium, but from what I hear, everyone tells me that this stadium and the Swamp are the two best stadiums in our conference besides ours. So I can't wait to run out there on that field and hear a few boos because it'll be a little different. But it's going to be exciting.
That's the next step, is playing on the road. What are you guys doing to prepare for that, and does your preparation change at all mentally?
It'll change just because we have to deal with the whole sound factor. At times, even though our stadium is a little loud when we're on offense, it's going to be a whole nother level when we take the field against them, especially since it's a conference game. We don't like each other. They're going to be pretty rowdy. So we just need to stay composed and make sure that we don't let the crowd affect us.
Is there more of a concern that you guys are going to have to be more penalized going on the road with it being so loud? Have you talked to the offensive line about that?
We haven't talked about that yet. Obviously we're going to put in a few situations where we don't really have to rely on a snap count and just kind of rely on, just the silent counts to make it a little easier for everybody. But hopefully we can generate a few big plays where we can take the crowd out of the game a little bit and push it into our favor.
Matt, what'd you think of Rajon and those couple carries he got Saturday?
Pretty impressive. I was excited for him to get in there. I looked over him on the sideline right as he was about to go on the field list. And I was like, "You ready, little man?" And he just kind of looked at me and goes, "Yeah, I'm ready." And I was like, "All right, good. I like it." And he just ran out there, and he didn't look nervous at all. And it's pretty amazing, these freshmen. They take the field and they act like they've been there forever. And I'm just like, man, like, is this my fourth game, or who's the rookie here? And, so it's pretty impressive what they've done. And the tough thing is that we have to go through these growing pains this year. And if we can get through these growing pains, they're going to be great players down the road.
We've seen Torrin and David. What does Rajon do pretty well in your estimation?
He's a really good runner. He reads his blocks very well. The coaches get on because they want him to run a little bit harder at times and kind of lower his shoulder and finish runs, kind of the way that Torn and David do. But you know, it's tough for him because he's so young that he's just trying to see stuff and kind of react to it instead of just, you know, finishing it. And that's going to come with time and with more reps, and he's going to get more reps this week, so he's got to be ready.
Matt, how much do you look at the field position thing, starting drives? And I mean, obviously you'd like to work with a shorter field than a longer field. Did you watch from the sidelines on kick returns, and just your thought of going out there facing an 80-yard field versus maybe a 60-yard field when you start an offensive drive?
It's really important for any offense to win that field position battle. Obviously, that's like a goal that all phases of the team really focus on. But for some reason, bless you, we had two 80-yard drives, and then when we have a short field and we only have 40 yards to go, we couldn't even move it, 5 yards. So maybe we're better off just starting 80 yards away and driving down the field. I don't know what it is, but that's something that we gotta capitalize on, is that short field, and make sure that we get automatic points out of those situations, and that's something that we failed to do this past week.
Also, you referenced last Saturday after the game, Jumbotron and seeing a Tom Brady jersey up there. Is he one of those guys, I guess, your age you look to is somebody to emulate, or what goes through your mind when you look at some of those NFL guys now?
Oh, well, it's Payne, it's Tom Brady, and now it's Drew too, because Coach Cheney coached Drew Brees, and I got to hear stories about him all the time, and at times I'm just like, man, like, forget about that guy, just coach me, I'm trying to be a little selfish, I guess, but it is, I mean, I love watching those guys play, I really do. They make it look so easy, and my goal is just to one day be good enough where I can have someone look at me and kind of emulate me. So.
Did you really see that jersey? I mean, you said you did, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that is no lie. I really was looking at the Jumbotron, kind of just thinking about what we need to do, and all of a sudden I saw a fan just like with the Tom Brady shirt on. I was like, man, that's a sign right there. I gotta go win this game for us when I get the chance. And obviously I didn't win it at regulation, but Daenerys and I hooked up in overtime to win the game, and it was pretty awesome.
You talked earlier about the crowd noise. Is the game plan going to be more or less audibling at the line, more checking? You going to go to line with 2 plays, and how are you guys going to? Is that going to change at all?
It might change a little bit. It could, but we're going to continue to do the stuff that we do well, and focus on that. And although we are going to change a few things because the sound of the stadium, but at the same time we need to do what we do well on the field, and at times if we need to audible and make changes, we just kind of have to deal with the sound noise and make it happen anyway.
Is there going to be anything you can maybe talk to guys like Nick Rivez, Lamarcus Thompson, Chris Walker this week about John Chavis' defense? I mean, Nick the other day was talking about watching him on TV, LSU, being pretty good at guessing maybe what they were going to do in certain situations because they know Chavis so well. I know you're going to listen to the coaches mostly, but can you learn anything from those teammates?
I definitely will kind of pick their brain a little bit and see what they say about the defense, but at the same time, those guys aren't going to be on the field with me when I'm looking at that defense. So I won't have a chance to kind of go like, hey, what do you think? So I just need to make sure that I trust the coaches and believe in the system that we put in this week, and make sure that I'm doing my assignment on each and every play, and not dropping back there and doing my own thing. So I just need to be detailed with my assignments and make sure that I produce and execute.
Yeah, I was talking about more during the week.
Oh, during the week?
Yeah,
well,
no,
just
during the game,
yeah, definitely a little bit, but at the same time, they got a lot to worry about too. So, and what Coach Cheney sees and what they see might be 2 different things. So, at times it could be tough, but if they can give me little tips here and there, I'll definitely take them.